In Navajo folklore, there's a terrifying creature known as the Skinwalker. Known in Navajo culture as Yi Naldlushi, the term translates to by mean of it goes on all fours, or he who walks on all four. A malevolent witch who utilizes dark magic for selfish, harmful purposes, who shapeshifts into an animal, usually appearing distorted somehow and accompanied by a foul stench. Not much is truly known about the legend of the Skinwalker, as it is seen as taboo to speak with outsiders about the Navajo legend, especially one that strikes such fear in the Navajo people. So today I will be speaking of encounters outsiders have allegedly had with the Skinwalker. This story comes from the legendary Skinwalker Ranch. While the Gorman family were moving onto their new property that they would use for cattle farming, a dream they had had for many years, and while they were unloading their truck, they noticed a large grey beast roughly 300 yards away. Even at this distance, they could tell this was no ordinary animal. It was wolf-like, but it didn't look natural. It had almost hyena-like features and walked in a series of S-turns towards the family. Behind the glare of its eyes, there was a higher intelligence. It seemed friendly at first and even allowed one of the relatives to pet it, prompting them to believe that it was another farmer's pet rather than a wild animal. Docile, but then it locked eyes with a nearby calf who had stuck its head out of the corral playfully. The wolf leaped the 100-yard distance in a few bounds and grabbed the calf by the head and began savagely trying to pull the calf through the bars. This prompted the owners to fire large caliber weapons, but to their horror, it had no effect. Their son even hit it with a large metal pipe at close quarters, but it had no effect. Finally, a piece of fur came off of the animal when it was shot with a rifle, prompting it to release the calf and return to the woods. Upon inspecting the clump of flesh and fur, it appeared to have come from an animal that had long since passed. The animal walked away into the woods unscathed, as if nothing had happened. Only a single clump of hair as evidence of what had happened. This tale about skinwalkers comes from the notorious Skinwalker Ranch. We will be covering this topic in a future episode of the Soul and Brain podcast, so tune in wherever you get your podcasts and watch this space.